You're here with John. Gold and silver today are gold's actually up, but it was up a lot higher. And gold is falling right now. I got my new Shiba Inu hat on. See that? Shiba coin to the moon. This is going to be the new hat. I might still wear the other hat, but this is definitely one I'm going to be wearing most. I love Shiba Inu. I'm going to wear this outside too. Just like the Pokemon one. Jeez. That was weird. The cup just like exploded. It was like boom. Must have had a crinkle in the plastic. Weird. Well, hopefully a few people are going to join up. Come on, guys, hit that like button. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We're going to talk about what investments I am making today. I bought some stock today, so if you guys stick around, I'm going to tell you what I bought. Let's get this money, guys. Hey, what's up? Soul Rebel and Joanne Towing. Joanne's got a tow truck company, it seems. Towing. There we go. So yeah, we got 15 people in here now. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. So today, the Dow Jones, it was actually tanking last night. The futures were tanking. But now we're all the way back up a little bit into the positive. Thanks for those little smiley faces there. We're into the positive. Dow's up 49 points. S&P is up 18. NASDAQ is up 119 points. Basically, it's looks like everything's up a little bit. Market Watch is showing that gold is up $91, but over on Kitco, it's up 51. Okay. Hey, William Capone, what's up, dude? Thanks for staying around. Good to see you. Good to see you. Our last live stream, I had to shut it off because I had to go to work yesterday. And as soon as I shut it off, a super chat came through, but I never even saw it. But we actually got it. It was $5, $5 super chat yesterday, and I had to run to work. They wanted me to come into work again today. Can you believe that? I was like, nah, you know, I'm trying to get rich. I'm not trying to work at a day job, you know. You're not gonna get rich working at your day job. You're gonna get rich doing your side hustle, like I'm doing right now. To a lot of people, oh, look at that. Hey, thanks, William Capone. All right, we made $1. Now I'm done. I'm out. See ya. No. We're good. We're really good. I'm taking a look at the oil right now. Oil prices are up. I'm happy about that. we got to take a look at the oil chart. I think that I said to really become bullish on oil, we got to break out of this downtrend. And just because we're up to 71, I don't think it broke out of the downtrend. Actually, it kind of does look like it. It kind of does look like it did. It does look like it did. We might be able to expect much higher oil prices. I'm extremely bullish on oil right now. Even though oil looks like it was going down, you know, it looks like that's all changing right now. You look familiar. Do you work at the Walden Galleria? No. Princess? No, but I live around there, yeah. I can go to the Galleria Mall, and it'll take me about 45 minutes to get there. So I'm just a streamer that's in the area. I'm a streamer that's in the Buffalo area. So you've probably seen my videos just because they're circulating around the internet. But yeah, I haven't been to the Galleria Mall in a very long time. It's been about 3 or 4 years. So I don't even know what it's like over there. But I see gold is up $50 an ounce. It was up to 5,400. Now we're down. So I bought AGQ today. AGQ is the silver ETF. I bought about 15 shares. So it was about $2,500, I think. $2,500. I just boop. That's how you get rich. You got to force yourself to make the necessary investments. So, yeah, I did it. Hey, how we doing today? Ray. Yeah, looking fresh to death. Shiba Inu hat. So, I got to find my Shiba Inu shirt. I think it's in the wash. But yeah, I got a Shiba hat now. And the price of Shiba is at 505. It's down. YouTube won't make you rich. Well, look what it did to clavicular. Okay? Look at all the YouTubers. They're all making money. If you're monetized, you're making money. You know? It can make you rich. It certainly can. One thing is for sure, though. Working at a day job won't make you rich. You're just, think I'm looking down on you because I got my own business going. I'm not looking down on you at all. I work at a full-time job too, all right? But I will look down on you if you don't try. If you don't try to start a side hustle. Then I am looking right down on you because that's garbage. You're not trying to get ahead. You're just stuck at your day job. One thing that, at the very least, you have to read and try to learn more so that you can eventually make a move. And you should be planning a master plan. You should be planning your next move. Your next move shouldn't be, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to go to my job and I'm going to make just enough money to survive. That's not a good move, bro. You should be reading and planning and thinking about how to break out of the rat race, how to get actual real cash in hand like this. All hundies, okay? Okay, there's 100, okay? It's mostly all 20s. But still. I got $100 bill. But there's more where that came from, And I'm not tied down to my job. I go to my job because I like to try to climb the ladder, and I like the position that I have. I have a little bit of authority. It's kind of cool that I can run the shift, and it goes my way. I've always worked for other companies where I had a boss telling me what to do, and they were always a complete moron, and I had to do what they said. Now I'm actually legit, and I tell people what to do and how to run this place correctly, so it actually goes well, But yeah, you got to get a side hustle, bro. And it can definitely make you rich. YouTube has made a lot of people rich. I'm sure I could name off countless YouTubers that are all making big money. I used to watch Ron's Basement. That guy's probably making at least a few grand at the bare minimum a month now, at least. He's probably making closer to 10, 12,000 a month. The Economic Ninja, he's probably making well over 100,000 a month. 100 G's, well over. And that guy is a complete scam, a complete liar. Okay? So, and there's so many YouTubers that are making so much money. Okay? What about the Hodge twins? You ever heard of the Hodge twins? These guys are making mad loot. Okay, so yes, YouTube is the best business in my opinion because it costs nothing to start. Nothing. And you can do it in your free time. Okay? I don't even want to tell you guys that how good YouTube is because then that's going to be more competition for me. I don't want more people to do YouTube. I want less people to do YouTube. I mean, honestly, we have a lot of competition from AI. We have artificial intelligent YouTube channels. Okay? And I'm competing with fake people. I'm competing with AI. So it's getting a little bit crowded on YouTube, yes, but I think real people have an advantage over AI in my opinion. Real people are still where it's at. Let's see that AGQ receipt. Well, I bought it on this phone right there. It's on my account, but I don't really pull up my account today. I'm not pulling up my account on my PC. I don't care to. I don't care to. I'm not going to. I was already on my stock account earlier to buy the thing. I don't need to log back on, okay? Give me a super chat and I'll show you my receipt that I bought AGQ. At least give me $5 and I'll show you. I spent over $2,500 today. And that doesn't include all the shares that I already had. $2,500 is just a drop in the bucket. Guys, if you want to get rich, you got to take chances. And look, silver's down $4. $4 discount. And you're not going to buy AGQ? You know, I think that's the buy here. AGQ, I think this is the buy. Gold's already back up $54 an ounce. It really crashed earlier because the dollar is getting stronger. So, yeah, the DXY is how you measure the dollar. Where is it on here? It's not even showing up on MarketWatch. It used to show up on there. DXY. Hopefully we're going to go back down. I want the dollar to tank. The dollar got stronger. It's at 98.42. So remember that. The dollar's at 98. That tells you how we're doing. But I expect the dollar to go down into the 70s. And that's going to put silver at about $400 an ounce. Okay? So that's why I bought AGQ. I don't need to show you my receipt for it because I don't care to, you know? Why would I? Some people like to brag about what they have. Other people like to lie about what they have. I just like to tell you guys what I'm buying, okay? And I'm saying I'm not scared to buy AGQ right here. I'm not scared to buy silver at all. And this is why my wealth is growing, because I don't really have that fear that I used to have. As soon as you can give up your fear of losing money, your fear of loss, that's when you're going to start to succeed in life. And that's dead. I'm being dead honest with you guys. You gotta learn to give up your fear. Tell yourself whatever you need to tell yourself. You know, you only have one life. If you screw it up, you're not going to get another chance. Okay? You won't. So take those chances. Invest that money. Okay? Now, AGQ, it's very risky. I first told you guys to buy it when it was like $30, $35. And now it's at 170, I think. So all of my members are doing very good. We're all doing very good on it if you hold AGQ. All right? But we really want to be looking at some oil stocks too. So where it's going to be is silver stocks, oil stocks, and gold stocks. All right? I also have my eye on some cannabis stocks and other stocks as well. I'm going to be doing a new Patreon video telling you about a lot more stocks that I have. But yeah, definitely taking a look at Tilray Brands, TLRY. I think that's down to about $7 or so. And I'm also looking at a stock called Evolve, EVLV. This stock makes security screeners, all right? And their products are in Six Flags Darien Lake and a lot of other places too. But what they got to do is get into all the subways, and they got to get into all of the the baseball games, the football games. So I'm very bullish on this one. It's called EVLV, Evolve Holdings. All right. Really like that one. Happy for you, John. Love you. Yes, Ralph. Who are you, Ralph? I can't have a boss anymore. Yeah, dude, having a boss sucks. But if your boss actually respects you, okay? My boss has a little bit of respect for me, and we get along because he respects that I am a hard worker and I always show up and I do my job. So if you get along with your boss, it's really not a problem. You know, if you're friends, that's really not a problem. Like when I'm a boss, when I hire some employees and stuff, like eventually I'm gonna hire someone just to like follow me around with a camera, and I'll be streaming all day or for at least a few hours a day. I'm gonna be cool with them as long as they're a good worker. We're gonna get along. I'm gonna try to be a likable boss. I'm gonna try not to be like an a-hole. I'm gonna let my people have their days off when they want, you know, not tons of days off, but I'm going to give them some days off. I'm going to give them bonuses, vacation time, everything like that. So if you're a good boss, people will respect you and they're going to work even harder. Okay. Now my boss, he doesn't yell at me. He doesn't treat me bad. So that makes me work even harder. Okay. The bad thing is I'm going to quit the job at some point because I'm going to become my own boss. I'm going to become a pro YouTuber and a pro investor. So eventually I'm going to be the boss, you know. Being the boss is a lot more responsibility, but I believe it is worth it. Okay. He says, take that cash and buy some Pepe. Buy some Pepe. Okay. I already have Pepe, bro. I already got it. I own Pepe and I have Shiba Inu. Okay. Another good one to check out is Bonk. Pepe, Shiba, and Bonk. Those are the big three cheapies. The prices are trips, like 000. Okay, that's called trips. And also Floki. Floki is a trip crypto as well, but that's not on Coinbase. If they bring Floki over to Coinbase, I'm gonna buy at least $500 worth. Legit people always have to claim they're legit. Dude, please lose the hat. Really, you look like a juvenile. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to be rich. This is Shiba Inu. You don't know what that is, bro? I don't think he knows what it is. Shiba Inu is a cryptocurrency that has a built-in burn mechanism. So over time, the supply shrinks and the value will go up. Okay? So Shiba Inu, it's got a huge community. It's like one of the only cryptos that has that burn mechanism where, in theory, the price could go extremely, extremely high based on a reducing supply. So in the next 10 years, the supply of Shiba Inu is probably going to be a lot less. It's probably going to be closer to like 200 trillion. Right now, the supply of Shiba Inu is 589 trillion. Because I think the founder burned like a whole bunch of them. The founder burned over 400 trillion. But over time, yes, the supply is going to drop and the price is going to go up. So this is no joke, okay? Shiba Inu is not a joke. Not a joke at all, bro. If you don't own it, that's crazy. Hodge twins are killing it, yeah. Yeah, the Hodge twins are case in point. The guy said, oh, you can't make money on YouTube. I said, look at the Hodge twins. Those guys are filthy rich. Now, I will be honest. Yes, they are a little bit funnier than I am. Okay, they're about 10 times funnier than me. But I can still take my piece of the pie too. Okay, I don't have to be the funniest guy in the world if I got the best stocks, the best investment stuff. Okay, I don't have to be the funniest dude. I wish I was, but I'm not. So I have to be even better on point with cryptos and with gold and silver. And we have been. I've been pretty much dead on with gold and silver and with crypto because I sold all my crypto at December 2024. I sold all my crypto and I told you guys that you have to sell all of your crypto. That was the best possible move. I think most of you didn't because you were manipulated by the other YouTubers. But that's life, okay? You live and you learn. Next time you're going to pay more attention to what I say. Most likely. For those of you that don't, you don't. Whatever, you know. Yeah, XRP. My XRP has been down since purchased. Not me. I bought XRP at 52 cents and I sold it at $2.75. And I have not bought back. Okay? You got to start trading with me, bro. I'm glad you're here. You're not going to make that mistake on XRP ever again. All right? Now that you're with me. So I will tell you XRP is not a legit crypto. All right? And you only want to buy it when it's really, really, really cheap. And you got to remember to sell it. Well, a lot of the newbies, they believe the lies. They say, oh, XRP is going to go to, they said it's going to go to $10,000. So why would I sell it at 3? Why would you sell it at 3? Because I think it's going to go back down to 50 cents. That's why you sell it at 3. You know, you don't want to listen to the Brad Garling house. You don't want to listen to a lot of the scammer channels out there, okay? A lot of these guys want to tell you that XRP is the real deal and stuff. These guys are just scammers. I'm trying to expose the industry for what it is, that these guys are just trying to scam you. They want you to be their exit liquidity for the whales, okay? A lot of these YouTubers, these are not even whales, okay? You know, Cryptos R Us, Oscar Ramos, these guys aren't even whales. They work for the whales, okay? It's pathetic. I just want to shout out my boy, Mac Miller. He's been sober 7 years. I've been sober for about 2.5 years. 2.5 years. When I became a single man, I said, okay, it's time to get to work. Better quit drinking beer. And then I got really serious, and then that's when I started making big money. Yeah, when I gave up drinking alcohol is when I started to make a lot more money. Absolutely. Shiba Inu, Kobe Bryant, I wasn't burnt. They sent it to Vitalik, founder of Ethereum, and he sold it. Isn't this kind of inside trading even though you aren't a pro? No, I don't do any inside trading. I don't have any inside information. Although I do believe that I try to focus on what the market makers are doing. I try to focus on what the insiders are going to let happen. I try to pay attention to the plans of the insiders so that we can become insiders as well. All right? If the insiders are making a certain trade, I want to make that trade too. If the insiders are buying ICP crypto, I'm buying ICP too. You know, and you bet your ass I'm telling all my friends about it, like Kobe. ICP is down in the $2.40 range. This is a steal. This is how to get rich. Okay? This is how you get rich. Kobe's in the house. Yes, Shiba Inu. Kobe's the first one that told me about Shiba Inu, and I'm happy he did. He probably thinks I'm not happy because it's down, but I made money on Shiba Inu probably about 3 times because of the way it shot up, and when it came down, I knew it was going to go back up, and then it was forming like a cursive R pattern. I just notice patterns, so I know when to get in and when to get out. I'm a big believer that you have to focus more so on the charts than on the news, okay? And a lot of people disagree, but I just don't really care because it's making me money, you know? But I do focus on the charts and on the news. But for example, the gold chart told me that war was coming, okay? When gold went into the cup to the handle, I said, okay, now it's going to break out. Gold always breaks out with war. So gold broke out first, and now we got the war. So anytime gold goes up, that tells you that war is coming. So there's certain clues that you can look for so you know kind of what's going to happen in the future. Not that I can tell the future, but I can realistically predict with a high degree of certainty, okay, based on different chart patterns and stuff like that. Based on a certain chart pattern, you can tell what insiders are doing too. It wasn't burnt. They sent it to the founder or something, whatever. Isn't that, what else? What else? With all that 3 times money, could you buy the chain with all that wannabe narcissist behavior? You too hooked on gold and silver? Only so much to talk about. Well, yes, I'm big on gold and silver, but I'm also big on cryptocurrencies like ICP, Chainlink, Shiba Inu, Bonk, Pepe, Ronin, Origin Token, Sui, HBAR. Okay, there's a lot of good cryptocurrencies out there. It's not only gold and silver. I'm not a one-trick pony, all right? I have a full cryptocurrency account as well. And I think that a lot of people that are gold bugs, they should even sell a little bit of their gold and buy crypto. Because I think the thing about crypto is I think it's going to massively outperform pretty much every other aspect, okay? Crypto is cyclical, and now we are approaching the cycle lows. This is very, very significant. You don't want to get into the cycle low and not buy. That's the dumbest thing you can do. You're going to stay poor. Once you hit the cycle low, that's when you start to pick up a little bit here and there, okay? And that's what I've been doing. I realized that the cycle low is coming on crypto. Even with Kobe there, I told Kobe that crypto was going to drop, and I think his dad got real pissed off at me. Because he started to get into Bitcoin right when I knew gold was about to take off. And I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Why are these people into Bitcoin when I know Bitcoin's going to go down? Is they didn't know that what I knew. They didn't have the knowledge that I had, and they didn't believe me. But that's the way of the world, you know. A lot of you have been there. You've been where I have been. You've been in the same predicament. You know a good investment, but no one else believes you. And that's just life. The key is don't let those other people disrupt your investments, okay? That's why you shouldn't tell people what your plans are. If you tell someone that you want to buy a stock, and most likely they're going to say, oh, no, that's not a good idea. So what are you going to do? That's going to be negative behavior, and that's going to influence you. If your friend says, oh, that's not a good idea, then you might say, okay, maybe I shouldn't buy it, okay? No, you got to have a mind of your own. That's why I say don't even ask your friends about an investment, because they're most likely going to say, ooh, that's no good. I'm going to poo-poo on that investment, okay? If gold is the standard, why would Bitcoin go up or the altcoins? And something doesn't have to be a standard to go up. That doesn't even make sense. If gold is the standard, if gold is a standard, why would Bitcoin go up? Because it's a risk asset. Because the dollar is going to go down. Because people want money finds a place to go. Okay. When the dollar goes down, and also when interest rates come down, it creates a risk-on environment. Money tries to find the best possible place to go. So Bitcoin is one of those places, and it's gonna. Yeah, I'm not a big believer of Bitcoin. I believe in the meme coins. Okay, shibainu. Shiba coin is the best coin. I prefer the cycle lows on the data center stocks. Covered calls. Yep. Even that actor from the OC knows crypto is just speculation. That's how crypto started at. I don't really care about the actor or whatever. And I never will. But that's how crypto started at. Because I don't watch TV shows. Crypto started as pure speculation. And that's what I thought too. But now times have changed. It's not all speculation. Look at ICP. Look at HBAR, Hedera. Look at Chainlink. Look at VeChain. These are real world applications. I think FedEx is actually teaming up with Hedera. Okay? Because this is a real way to store data. This is not speculation anymore. No. Shiba Inu, that is a speculative asset. Dogecoin, Floki, Bonk, Pepe, those are speculative assets. But HBAR, ICP, Chainlink, that's not speculation. These are real companies. They could have been on the stock market, and then maybe you would have believed them. You know, it basically is a company. It's a stock, except it's not available on the stock market. It's available as a cryptocurrency. Okay, yeah, these are legit. So I have been trying to figure out what cryptos are speculation and which ones are real. Because I'm putting a lot of my money into the real ones. I think the realest crypto is ICP. All right? And then I do think Hedera is up there too. Hedera is definitely real. It's a growing company, and it's going to go up in value a lot. And Hedera is approaching the cycle lows. But yes, you should do stocks like Kobe says, but also do crypto. I think you should do both. There's no reason to just do one. I think, yeah, the cryptos are going to have way bigger gains than any of those other stocks anyways. But that doesn't matter. That's just a difference of opinion. Hey, Jesus Rodriguez. It's good to see you, buddy. Woo! Let's get this money, boy. Please explain what you said about Shiba is the best when every holder is down. Well, I just said, when Shiba's down, you got to buy it, bro. Time to buy. The price of Shiba Inu is where I said it was going. I said it was going to go to 505. And I said that when I was in the garage a long time ago. I was living in a garage, and I was trying to buy Shiba Inu with all that money I had. And I was trading it and selling it and buying it and selling it. And then I said, okay, guys, Shiba Inu is going to go down to 505. And it did. So my prediction, it came true. What is my next prediction? And this is extremely important, and you guys don't even realize how important it is. My next prediction is that Shiba will 10x, a 10x move off of the 505. That was my original prediction. Shiba is going to go to 505, and then it was going to 10x off of that. So that means it's going to go to 405. That's the bare minimum numbers. You understand? That means it could go even higher than that. So we could be looking at more than a 10x. Okay? I swear, hats in fashion when I'm pretending to be stupid, I find the quite uncomfortable. How did you get beyond the discomfort? He's uncomfortable wearing hats? I don't get it. We are all down if we holding Shiba. You say, oh, yeah, it's fine if you're down. Don't worry about it. Yeah. If you're holding on to an asset that you know it's a good asset, you know people are going to flock to it, you know the value is going to spike, then don't worry about it. I'd rather have it be low so I can buy more. You understand? I'm trying to teach you how the rich people think. The mind of the wealthy. These people are not sad when a high quality investment is down. They're happy so that they can purchase more of it. I bet you Kobe doesn't even have Shiba Inu. You probably don't even have it. Can't even believe him. Don't even believe him. I own composites and increase the value myself. When was your first crypto cycle? Well, I've watched every crypto cycle. So, and I predicted the tops on both previous crypto cycles. So, I've seen three. I've seen three crypto cycles, and I predicted the top all three times because of the enthusiasm. Okay, people get overexcited, and you can see that it's being pumped up too much. When you see that so much money is being spent, pumping up Bitcoin, that's when the insiders are exiting. So it's very easy to tell when Bitcoin is at a top. It's very, very predictable. That's the good thing that's why I got into crypto, because I realized I was able to predict it so well. So if I couldn't predict crypto, I wouldn't even be trading it. I would just stay away, But I definitely can predict crypto almost with 100% accuracy. Every investor is negative, and you think buy more. That's funny. Yeah, exactly, bro. He doesn't get it. He thinks he's right. He says every investor is negative, and then he thinks I'm the outsider because I say buy more. Yes, when people are negative, that's when you want to buy more. Okay? Because when they're negative, they're most fearful. When they're most fearful, they're selling. And they're most likely selling at a price that's far too low. It's fear that's making the investors sell. My guess is you didn't sell your Shiba Inu yet, but you're considering it. But I really don't know. But yeah, when Shiba Inu was down this low, this is a good time to buy. And if it goes lower, I'm going to be buying more too. 99% of stocks go to zero. Not the ones that I buy. Okay, I'm into stocks like Petro Brazil, bro. That pays a massive dividend. And the stock, that's never going to zero. Okay? You clown makeup, worst traders add to losing. Oh, well, he's trying to counterattack me. He says the worst traders add to losing. No, that's how I've made the most money. When I double down on losing positions, that's how I've made the most money. As long as your losing position is high quality, for example, silver. Silver was really a losing position for a while there, but I was doubling down on it, and I was buying a lot more. Okay, so that proves my point. So, please don't comment like that because I don't think you fully understand the situation. Yeah. He can't read properly. I wonder if he uses a stimulant of some kind. No, sometimes I take caffeine. Explain how Shiba Inu is a high-quality investment. It's going to go up in value. That's what makes it quality, is that there's profitability in there. You can make a lot of money, all right? Because I look at the chart on that. From where you look at the cycle lows compared to the cycle highs. An investment like Shiba Inu, it's such a high-quality investment because it has a built-in burn mechanism, and it's high quality because it's at the low. It's at the cycle low. It's way down there at the cycle low. When it's at the cycle high, I consider it a low quality investment because when it's at the cycle high, it's got nowhere to go but down. Understand? So when we're at the cycle low, Shiba Inu is at 505. Now it is once again a high quality investment. Okay, but now when Shiba Inu goes up 10x, I will then say it's a low quality investment. And then I'll flip again, and I'm going to be making money on Shiba Inu probably for the rest of my life. And I'm going to be making money on crypto for the rest of my life, just by buying those cycle lows and selling the cycle highs, okay? So when we were at the cycle highs, I said basically all crypto was garbage because it was going to drop. And now we're at the cycle lows, I say it's all good because it's about to go up. So you got to kind of understand where I'm coming from, I think. What I mean by high quality. By high quality, I simply mean it's going to go up. That's all. That is it. Okay? Once the Clarity Act passes, crypto with no regulation will go to zero. Crypto with no regulation and no real world use. Well, a lot of cryptos do have real world uses, okay? You can pay for stuff with Shiba Inu, making it real. You can pay for stuff with Dogecoin, okay? ICP has a real cloud data storage system. These cryptos are not fake. That's what I thought. And yes, many of these cryptos are, but I try to stick towards certain ones, okay? I try to avoid other cryptos and stick with certain ones. He can't explain, just keep saying buy more. A fool and his money, Bitcoin up or down. I think Bitcoin's going up. It had a double bottom there at about 63,000, and now we're back up to 69. So I'm very bullish on Bitcoin right now. 69,000 right now. I got a call for Bitcoin. We could see as low as 42,000, but I don't think we necessarily have to go there. I don't think that at all. Okay? So I'm very bullish on Bitcoin right now. But we could go lower. Just be prepared. We could go lower. Good guess. I haven't sold and I'm down 10,000. Well, you put too much in then to begin with, and you bought it at the wrong time. You're down $10,000 on Shiba Inu? Jeez, bro, you probably bought at the peak. I teach you guys to buy at the cycle lows, not at the cycle peaks. The vast majority overpay because they buy into the hype. They buy into the hype at the top of the market. At the top of the market is also when the hype is at the strongest. Because they're trying to sucker in new investors that don't really know about cycle lows and cycle highs, and they try to confuse you and say that, oh, it's going to $1 million and stuff like that, so that you become the exit liquidity. All right, guys? Shiba is not a higher quality losing position. I'm down 10K. I understand. It's not a higher quality losing position. I'm not down on Shiba Inu at all. I've made a lot of money on it. So I've traded Shiba Inu successfully ever since my boy Kobe told me about it. Because it's very easy to predict. Why do you think ICP is the realist? Give 3 reasons. Give a super chat first. I liked that too originally, but the low always keeps getting lower. I need 10x to break even on that shit. Yeah, then you bought it at the high. Yeah, I wouldn't have told you to buy it there, no. I would have said don't buy it there. This guy bought at the top and he's down $10,000 on Shiba Inu. You must be new here, bro. because you know I said sell Shiba at the end of 2024. December of 2024, I told all of you guys to sell all of your crypto. All of it. That was the best thing that I could have told you. I'm always going to try to tell you the best thing, okay? I'm going to do my best to give you guys the key information. Even though we only got 7 viewers on here, guys, I mean, I'm still going to try to help you 7 people out. It's going to go up. It's going to... Dangerous reasoning. Good luck to all. I got to unsubscribe. Yeah, we lose a lot of subscribers. But like I said, I've traded Shiba successfully, and if you don't believe that I know how, then you can unsubscribe, and we'll get rid of the losers, you know, that want to stay poor. I'd rather have you leave anyways, bro. Okay, so you like conspiracy theories, right? I do. I love conspiracy theories, okay? So what is going to happen in the wars? Well, my prediction is that the Bible is being fulfilled. This will bring about the end of the world. I don't like to talk about it because that's very negative. But yeah, I do think that this is going to bring about the end of the world, the end times. I believe we are in the end times. Okay? So I think that God gave us gold and silver to protect ourselves during the end times. That's why I hold silver and gold. Because they will become a necessity. It doesn't seem like it now, but I believe that silver and gold will become an absolute necessity. Just with same as guns and food. It's me, gold, silver, guns, and food. Okay? So, do you know of XYO crypto? Yeah, I've heard of it, yes. Its utility is geospatial data. Wow. That's cool. XYO crypto. Let's check this out. XYO crypto. Says it, let's see what, yeah, ooh, that's cheap. It's number 339. I like that. This is definitely at a cycle low. See, this is what a cycle low is. For those of you that... See, this is a cycle top. These two tops. And then these are the cycle lows right here. Boom, boom, boom. So if we get another spike like this, could take us up to 3 cents. And right now, we're way down here. It's 004. So, it looks good to me. Hell yeah. Can I buy that? Is that on Coinbase? See if I can buy it. I'm probably going to be really upset if it's not on Coinbase. Because, like, it should be, you know? So, let's check it out. XYO. Here it is. I found it. Buy. I'm going to buy. How much should I buy, guys? How much should I buy? How much? There it is. How much should I get? 100? Come on, guys. What do you think? How much should I buy? XYO crypto. I need your help. I got to figure this out. Okay? $100? I mean, that's what I was going to do. I was thinking 100 or 125 because I don't own this one. All right, $100. Review order. Buy now. Too late. I already bought $100. Order submitted. There we go. You've bought 100 of XYO. Done. Oh, there's something else that's kind of cool here. On Coinbase, you can be entered to win Bitcoin. Okay? Where is this thing? I want to show you. Here it is. I just got another notification right here that says I just bought $100. Okay. Opt in. 10 out of 10 entries. I wasn't even opted in? Oh, I just got it. Yeah. Okay. See that? See that? Coinbase. If you buy 10 times, they'll give you 10 entries and you can win up to 2 Bitcoin. Okay? So it's really cool. What do you think? Should I buy more crypto? Should I buy some more, guys? I'm not spending $100,000 on XYO. Okay? I don't know. I don't need to buy any more today. No. I have already been buying. I told you guys I have reset up my automatic recurring buys on ICP, okay? So, yes, every week I buy ICP as a recurring purchase. So, all right, guys? So, you guys got to know that. Every single week I buy ICP crypto. If I do discontinue my buys, which I will when the price starts to really go up, I'm going to stop buying it. I'll let you know when I stop buying it. Mark, you're missing some Pepe coin, bro. Hey, thanks, Jesus. I don't have any Bitcoin. I don't like Bitcoin. 10 buys in 24 hours. I filled up the whole last card. I did all 10 entries. All right, guys, I got to go. I got business to take care of. I'm going to do a couple videos while I'm on the road, maybe, okay? So thanks for coming in here, Jesus. And Kobe. And obviously the, whatever your name was, dude. What was your name? William Capone. Thanks again, William Capone. I got to remember your name is like Al Capone. So, yeah, remember, oil is doing really, really good. So for oil stocks, check out Petro Brazil, WTI, INDO. Okay, I really like those three. Look at INDO. Let's check that out. I really got to go, but INDO. Because this one, it went up today. Here it is. See that? That one's on my Patreon. That's in my Big 5 oil stock list. So if you want to get my full oil stock list, we're making money, guys. You know, the proof is in the frickin' pudding right there. It's up 9% today. And it was up a lot higher than that. All right, guys. Nobody can compete with YouTubers, top fitness influencer. John, thanks. Yeah. All right, guys. I'll see you guys soon.